The necessity for love. Beloved friend, again peace be with you. I am the one you have called Joseph, earthly father to Jeshua, and in a later incarnation I have been known as Saint Germain. The Council of One has requested that I speak with you about a topic that is most timely and most important. It is the topic of the necessity for love. You have been discerning that there are many changes happening in your world. Many changes on what you call the political front. Many changes where brother is set against brother and sister against sister. You have many who are finding division within their families, biological and extended, even within their own geopolitical grouping, as you call them. You are also finding that our Holy Mother Earth is giving you messages all over terra firma. You have ones remarking on the climate change, saying, I have never seen in so many years such dramatic climatic changes happening, not only in your own area, but all across Holy Mother Earth. Mother Nature, Mother Earth, is mirroring for you the war that is going on within the grouping and within each individual. In truth, because you have questionings, you have some warring that is going on within yourself as to, what should I do? Where should I go? How should I be? What decisions should I make? As you feel it on an individual level, it is also symbolic of the whole. And the whole is showing you quite a demonstration that there is much that is asking for love. Now, when I speak of love, it is to speak of a love greater than what you understand human love to be. Human love is important. Human love allows you to feel the expansiveness where you lose yourself in your feelings and your support for one another, where you become one with another one. You feel so much love that you are one with that one, and your heart goes out to that one. And you give it over to that one in great love, to the place of forgetting for a moment or so, or perhaps even longer, your own individualized self. So human love is very, very important as an indicator of what love with a capital L is. Love with a capital L is the expansiveness of divinity, of the intelligence, capital I, of divinity. There is a necessity right now for love upon this plane, otherwise there is going to be what you see as an upheaval, the likes of which you as humans have not seen in a long, long time. You have seen it in other civilizations, other ages, long, long time ago, where a civilization has reached a certain peak of technology, of intelligence, lowercase I, and of development, and then collapsed. You have even in what is known as your linear history, and there is much more history than what has been written about, the great civilizations that have come up because there has been a vision, an idea that has been within many as a whole, a respect for all life. And then, as the human tendency of divisiveness has come into it, there has been judgment and separation, ego, greed, and temporal power, which was then brought to civilization into a devolvement. You are standing now at a place where you have a civilization which is birthing itself, hopefully, into a greater world civilization, not without birthing pains, as you have seen. And it is yet to be seen whether this vision will become a reality upon this plane, and whether the civilization as you know it now, this geopolitical grouping and other groupings on the face of terra firma, may come to a place of great respect for one another with allowance and love. Or there may be the divisiveness and fear that destroys the vision that many have had, the vision which has allowed the civilization to grow as it has for some time. It is important that you begin with what you understand love to be. Begin with something that is easy for you to love, perhaps the four-footed ones, perhaps a mate, perhaps a good friend who has always been there for you, someone or something that you can feel an expansiveness of the heart with and for. Now, as I speak, all of you have a vision of something or someone that you love, or it may be a vocation, a career, a creative venue that you have, where you love it, you lose yourself in it, you lose the identity of a small self in it. Start with that premise first, because that you know how to love. All of you have been in love at one time or another with something or someone, and you know the feeling. Start with that first. Honor it, feel it, practice it. Maybe it has been a long, long time ago. Maybe it has not been a long time ago, but even as it has been seemingly in linear time been a long time ago, you can still pull it up in memory. You are as a computer. You can bring it up in memory, and you can live in that space of love and the space of expansiveness, which allows the small self to be loved for a moment or so in the expansiveness. Then allow that to spread to all the brothers and sisters with whom you have discourse. All of the ones you work with, begin to see them in love. Already I know that you try to do that. Allow yourself to expand that even further and to feel yourself able to look at another one and say, either with the words or definitely with the eyes, I know that which you are, and I love that which you are because you are love itself. As you will do that with everyone you meet and every day, you will find yourself living in a bubble of love because you are giving it out. And as you give it out, it has to flow through you. So you are in that space the whole time. This is most important to remember, especially if you are going through any kind of relationship that seems to be a bit challenging. Allow yourself to feel the love going to everyone you meet. Be so caught up in that love that there is not space for feeling a lack of love. Feel yourself in a bubble of love, because truly that is what you are. And as you will consciously live in that space, and consciously speak to other ones how much you appreciate them, how happy you are that they are on this journey with you, you feel yourself in the bubble of love. Your economics are another indicator mirroring to you the unsteadiness of one's wanting to live in love and yet feeling divided. And so your economics and your financial transactions are going up and down. They are indicators which show you that the collective consciousness of which you are a part is wavering. It wants to find solid love and be in the space of love. And yet it is often pulled out into a worldview that sees duality, that sees divisiveness, that sees from the place of fear rather than love. That is why the Council of One wants me to speak very strongly with you about the necessity for love rather than living from the space of fear. Because if you are not living in love, you are living from a place of fear. A fear that there could be lack, that something could be missing, whether it be a relationship, whether it be the monetary concerns, whether it be anything you can or cannot name. Give unto yourself love instead of fear. You do not need it from other ones. In truth, they cannot give it to you. You have to claim it for yourself. That goes for everything that you feel comes from outside or must come from outside of yourself. It cannot come from outside of yourself. It has to come from within. The reason it has to come from within is because that is where it abides. It abides within you. Everything that you would speak is within you. The love that we speak of, the human love, that is within you. The memory of human love, that is within you. The love that you allow to flow out to others, it is within you. And the love as intelligence and divinity that is within you from time began, before you even thought to bring forth form, bodies, human experience, before you thought to bring that reality into being, that is within you. You are intelligence, capital I, and divine. Then what you have gone past the place of extending the love to ones you can see, bring to mind the brothers and sisters that you do not see with the physical eyes, the ones that perhaps you hear about in your news media, the ones perhaps that you read about in your newspapers, the ones perhaps that you read about or see pictures of on your most wonderful web, the internet, where you find that you are interconnected with everyone. It is great proof of the oneness of you and love them. There are many in this world right now who are living from a place of fear, living from a place of anger, feeling that they have been disrespected, disowned, displaced, dissed, in other words. Allow yourself to extend to them inclusion and love. Any time they come to mind, include them and say to them mentally, you are my brother, you are my sister, because they are. I include you in my bubble of love. You are most powerful. Oftentimes the world speaks to you that you are nothing more than just the body, and that you are nothing more than just the personality, and even that is not great. That is the way the world speaks to you, but not is the truth of your being. The truth of your being is that you are all interconnected, all divine, having a human experience, and you are all in this together. As you will recognize love within yourself, and that is why we started with loving yourself, you will extend it to others, and you will know the truth of the love as it goes out from you to the other ones who are in the mind's eye, or as your news medias will show them to you. Include them in your family of love. There have been, as you have seen in linear history, many generations who have lived in separation one from another, where each new generation has grown up thinking that they have to defend themselves. They have to defend their territory. They have to defend their belief because they feel that what they believe in and what they stand for is going to be overtaken and destroyed by others, as it has been in many histories. You are now at a most pivotal place. You, the ones who are of like mind, are at a pivotal place of power. Not as the world defines power, but the pivotal place where you can influence the course of history. Take that to heart. Live from the space of the heart. Live it consciously. As much as you are able, allow any petty concerns about your own life, your own family, whatever small challenges you may be having to be set aside. Because truly, if you measure all of the small challenges, all of the little things that come up in a day, and I know that they do, if you measure those against the good of humankind and all of history going forward from this point, you will see that those little challenges, those things that seem so big when you are right in the middle of them, are but passing and temporal and do not mean anything more than dust. If you feel you want to change something and you are living in a space of saying, I want to believe, I want to really know, I want to really feel that I have the power to influence collective consciousness, allow yourself to know the power of the breath. Because each and every one of you, and within the mind's eye as you bring to mind all of the loved ones and everyone that you can imagine in your news media family, is breathing the breath of life. So take what you hold deep in your heart, love. Take it. Put the hands in front of you in an L shape, right hand parallel to the chest, left hand supporting the right hand at the wrist and extended outward, and think to yourself, I take the love of my heart, and I place it in an outgoing position, in a direction which is sent out to the collective consciousness. If you want to give it a bit more power, blow with the breath of love in your heart in the direction left hand is pointing, and extend it to the rest of the world. The Council of One is most adamant that you become aware in this moment and from this time on of your power, that you are not powerless, that you are not just living an individual life. You have individual concerns, but you are much more than that. Right now, in this time for you to make a choice, where will you abide? Will you abide in the world that yet lives from fear? Or will you live from the place of divine love that says, I am the power of love from before time began. I am intelligence, divine intelligence, and I send it forth. It is my conscious choice to send it forth, and forth it goes. You stand now at a most important place in history. It is difficult to see the forest for the trees. When you are in the middle of the forest as you are in the middle of human life, it is difficult to see sometimes the whole. But you can do it, and it is most necessary that those of you who have the ears to hear and the heart which will open, that you act consciously now. Not 5 years from now, not when you get a degree in metaphysics, not when everything in your life comes together perfectly, because in truth everything is already perfect in your life. It takes only the shift in perception to see it perfectly. The time is now. I have delivered the message. Take you the message to heart. Use the symbolism that I have shown you of the upright right hand and the left hand extended outward, making what you call the right angle. The right hand symbolizing the heart, the love, the left hand symbolizing the direction where you are sending love out. And then, with your power of conscious breath, blow that love out to everyone and see it going out to everyone. You can, you will. And I charge you with the directive to change the direction of human life in this time. Joseph St. Germain.